That promo that we played just before we jumped on the air has Jason saying, when are we just going to punt? That's not what's going to happen in Major League Baseball, right? Or are they going to punt?
No, they're going to – I think they're going to play.
Wish I had the answer.
I think they're all going to play.
They don't seem close at all, the owners and the players.
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
It's a standard negotiation. It could look like it's dead, and then all of a sudden they reach an agreement, and you go from there.
Well, Jeff Passan, who's been all over this for ESPN, was on the Rich Eisen show yesterday and said that he thinks that maybe he even knows that some owners just want the entire season canceled because they realize they're going to lose too much money.
Do they get some sort of like insurance out of it, or?
I have no idea about that. They just think that if they end up playing the abbreviated system, they're going to lose money because
they have to
pay
pay
salaries
out the players
with no fans.
Right. Well, there doesn't have to be no fans. I mean, that's an outdated concept.
Well, that might be beyond their control. I mean, there might be restrictions based on the cities and the states.
Right. I think all that's going to be lifted especially by the time they're talking about playing.
Well, maybe. We don't know.
Yeah. There's no way.
idea.
The country's not going to accept it. There's no way.
You also have to have all the players on board. Like I saw Ryan Zimmerman's comments yesterday, and he was like, well, I'm not coming back if it's not safe. And you can say that it's safe, but it depends on how those individual players feel about it.
Well, sure, it's up to them. It's up to them totally. But I think when they really look at the numbers,
they could use that play. I'm not saying Zim's doing this, but there could be players that are using that as an excuse.
Right.
Versus really coming out and saying, I'm not taking a 70% cut or 80% cut in my salary. They're not going to say that. They'd rather say, I just want to make sure my family's safe. And I'm sure they do. I'm just saying that could be a deflection.
Ploy a little bit.
And it could be a deflection for the owners, too.
Absolutely.
Owners could say, we really don't want to come back and put our employees and our players in harm's way, but they might really feel that they're just going to lose too much money.
They don't want to come out and say we don't want to lose hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Like it's not a great look at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if you read the Passan quotes, that's what it seems to be. He doesn't say exactly how many owners feel that way.
He doesn't name them, right?
But he's saying that some owners believe that they will be better off financially if they just punt the entire season.
I don't doubt
that. That is a minority, maybe even if it's a minority, but it might be a loud minority within the owners. And I don't know how that works out, if they have a simple majority rule where if more than half of the owners say, yes, let's get back to the regular season, it happens, or if they need 75%. I don't know what type of vote they need for something to pass.
Right. Well, I think, look,
but it's worrisome.
If they had no fans, I don't know how they could make a penny. I mean, So
the TV deals.
Yeah, but it's still the costs are going to far outweigh.
The owners realize they've already done the math. They realize with salaries plus operations of the stadiums, wherever they play, would be more than what they get from their TV contracts.
Right. So they're gonna do fans. Maybe be limited, especially all the outdoor venues. But I don't know. I'm not going to panic yet. I think they'll come in line, and then there'll probably be some holdouts. There'll probably be some player holdouts that just don't feel comfortable. I could see that happening.
I'm not going to panic yet, but I'm getting close to very concerned. Put it that way.
You'll panic less too if you at least have the other sports to fall back on. Like the NHL, they're coming back. The NBA's coming back.
Yeah.
I just think the MLB would look silly if they don't. NFL's going to start on time.
Oh, yeah, they'll look awful.